Hello, and welcome to Air Discussion. Fasten your seatbelts, we are about to go on episode 2 of Clash of Costs. In this previous episode, we looked at the beginnings of low-cost aviation. In today's episode, we will look at how low-cost carriers work and essentially how they manage to make airfares so cheap. To do this, we will look at the principles of no frills and fleet management. All set? Then we are cleared for takeoff. In the previous episode, I briefly explained the principle called no frills, and it boils down to this. Your flight will be cheap if you travel light and stick to the basics. Looking at Ryanair, on average, a flight to one of their hundreds of European destinations is around €70 return. This cost covers a small carry-on bag and your randomly allocated seat. If you stick to this, you will pay the lowest possible price. Today, most airlines follow some form of no-frill strategy, even legacy carriers, especially when it comes to booking flights. So Delta Airlines, for instance, offers a basic economy airfare on their domestic flights. It includes just your seat, randomly allocated, and an extra meal or snacks depending on the length of your flight. On the other hand, true low-cost carriers don't offer such things. It's just a seat, and everything else, such as snacks, are not included, and you will have to pay for them on board. LCCs and new LCCs, thanks to this, manage to eliminate most of the unnecessary costs and bring airfares down. And this is why they are so popular, because many people fly and they like the fact the tickets are cheap. Today, they are the only ones to turn a profit. But this isn't 100% to do with no frills. This also has to do with their enormous fleets. According to simpleflying.com, EasyJet in 2019 had the most extensive fleet of Airbus A320 family of aircraft in the world. So that's A319s, A321neos, A320s, and there were 329 in active service. The usual A320, the backbone of their fleet, is normally around 150 passengers in a two-class layout. EasyJet is single class and carries around 180. In fact, most low-cost carriers only operate one kind of aircraft. Another example is Air Baltic, who last week retired their Dash 8 Q400 and became the leading A220 operator in Europe and now have 100% Airbus fleet. On a typical low-cost carrier flight, you can also put into consideration the fact that passengers don't pay the same price. Some pay for baggage, some pay for the seat, some pay for the fare, and you multiply that by 180 for the A320, around 120 for the A220. In the case of EasyJet, you multiply that by hundreds of planes taking off and landing every single day that are completely loaded, and you understand why these airlines make so much money. The dawn of affordable flying in Europe has forever changed the landscape of the airline industry. Some airlines decide to now transition to a hybrid form of flights. Let's have a look next week at Icelandair, the national carrier of Iceland, the leading hybrid carrier in Europe, and why I believe this format is the future of European air travel. But for now, I'll see you in the sky. Have a nice one.